That was a bit different, wasn't it? That was a bit different. Thank you to Marcus Thompson for making me that. I'm actually not on podcast or Spotify, but he was just playing around and him and his crew made me that. So, new intro. Want to do like heaps of like different intros and things like that. Everyone's been going there. So if you watch that whole little intro that was made for me, what do you think of it? But I'm not on Spotify or Apple Podcasts just yet, but I am thinking of branching out there. But anyway, let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling live stream in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and as always, the most sacred trophy in the arm wrestling world. You know what it is. You know where it's come from. You know the damage that it's gone through. It is everything that everyone wants to have a crack at. I love it. Fun fact for you guys, it's staying in Australia. When I leave for Dubai in 3 days, it won't be going anywhere. It won't be going anywhere. But a shout out to my YouTube and Patreon bangers for just as little as 50 cents a week. You can help out the Aussie Arm Wrestler and help out the Aussie Arm Wrestler. You do. It's everything just goes back into the channel and you get sometimes some behind the scenes. So like when I was announced for King of the Table, my YouTube members bangers knew first. And of course, head over to Old School Labs. Just chuck in the code word BANG. Just chuck it in there. You get 15% off. And I've got a link in the description as well for pound arm wrestling. If you click on that link and buy something from pound for pound, helping out Ryan there, and he's going to give me a little bit of commission, a little bit of kickback, but he's going to build up and get heaps of training handles and whatnot. So get over there, but I'll have a little graphic in that. Hopefully by the next show. Right. What Dead Set Legends are in the chat so far? Benji Mac with Levan Saganishvili's kidney is saying, sup lads? What's going on? Batata with a picture of a cat says, yo, amigo. Sup, Jake? Sup, kidney? Ryan Bussier in the chat says, hey, Aussie, GB19. Is Devon versus Ermes happening? No. But in my title, things have happened with them. That's why it doesn't say versus. Clerks 93. I did get my stuff back last week. I got my stuff back, got my bag back, got everything back. And I am going to run the gauntlet again, and I'm going to check a bag in. Cobra Rhodes, the legend. He's got an upcoming match, which we all can't wait to see it. East versus West. He says, Aussie. King Otto says, nobody sent me here. I came on my own volition. G'day, you dead set legends. G'day to you. X-Monsters just jumped in. We got a Ready Bang. Mark KDX Rider. Ready Bang. I have the Tiger 666. With a Ready Bang. It was a very, I mean, where do we start? I mean, if anyone watched The Fix, how good was that episode of The Fix? When you've got Neil, John, and Engen in the chat, on the show, yeah, it's pretty good. It's going to be great. Yes, I watch The Fix. Gee, watch it whilst doing other bits and pieces, try and do a bit of work, keep an eye on my wife and daughter at the moment. So, yeah, The Fix was a great show. It was awesome that John does want to chase his losses, which is good. So he was awesome. Like to say that he wants a rematch with Ongabaya, feels that he can get his win back and be champion. That's what you want, because it's starting to creep in that people are only taking particular matches for paydays and things like that. But John just wants to see where he's at. John wants to be the best, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And geez, they went into detail for Dave versus Vitaly, which is going to be a good matchup. And don't forget, later on in the week, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler is going to be predicting East versus West. East versus King of the Table. Sorry, got my mind elsewhere. King of the Table, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler will be on in 48 hours. And she'll do her predictions. And, of course, you better write them down and take them straight to the bank. So King of the Table is going to be amazing. I've just got one more hurdle to get through. I feel like $1 million. Can't wait to get there. Leave 5 a.m. Thursday morning my time. So Thursday night your guys' time. And then I'll arrive Thursday because of the time difference. Thursday lunchtime, about 1:30. See you later, Eye of the Tiger. He's got to get ready. He's got to go for work. Get back to work. Keep up the great content. Good boy. Big homie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, cannot wait to get over there and just going to do as much content as I can, whether I film or go live. If I can get every single athlete that is there to come on the show, then we are rocking and rolling, hanging and banging, singing and slanging. So, it would be great to meet them all. And then, of course, the announcement of Denis Aplenkov getting over there. It'll be pretty cool to have my hand crushed by that guy, just to shake his hand, say g'day, and, to sit there and go, sit there. So, starting a room probably is Dave Chafee had COVID. Could explain why he's tape bombing super matches. So, it's funny you mentioned that, Mark, because can we remember what happened last time he lost at East versus West? He went and pulled King of the Table and crushed Kadetcha in a 6-round super match. So, I don't know if it's endurance. I think it's just more just using the same move every time and hoping for the best. So that's where I think it is, because he ended up losing that 3-2 against Gennady, then went and crushed Alex Kadetcha. So is it the East versus West format? Is Dave, because if Dave Chafee goes to the strap, then we're rocking and rolling, because that's what Alex did, slipped every time. Most of their matches were in the strap, where Dave just wants to pull. He doesn't care. Strap, no strap, glove, helmet, shoulder pads, doesn't care. Just wants to pull, wants to have a crack, and we'll see how it goes. And it goes from there. I think if Dave pulls more intelligently, then we're on. Then we are on. And I think he can definitely get the chocolates done. And in fact, that's the way I'm going to leave. And I'm just going to hope, going to live and die by the Dave Chafee sword. And hopefully he can get the job done there. So that will be amazing. I know most of the athletes are getting over there soon, which is going to be awesome. They're going to get over there. So then we have, some good rest, some good time. And then when I turn up, I'll get the party started for them all. It'll be interesting to meet them all. So that'll be good. One thing I would hope the King of the Table just has up their sleeve is a replacement puller, someone on the bench ready to go, because with the schoolboy versus Khaled. Now, if two things happen in that match where it's 6 rounds of absolute chaos, tendons are snapping, and things like that, or if a legit injury happens to Khaled, well, then we lose one of our matches. And there's only 5 matches on the card, and you don't want to lose one. So if I were Core Sports and I were King of the Table, I would be letting Ryan know, hey, if this, because it could turn out to be one of the best looking things in history, but it also has potential to go the wrong way. So if Khaled gets injured or too sore or just can't pull the Ryan match, there needs to be a replacement puller. Chris Fisk. Thanks, Chris. Has become a YouTube member. Thanks, mate. That's a pretty sick looking picture as well. That's awesome. Thank you very much for coming on board. People are saying Larry will step in for Carlin. No, he won't. I don't think he will. He just did a whole heap of after pulling. They were in England. Which is awesome. And so they'll be back. No, I would think it'd be someone along the lines of, that dude that pulled Coach Ray at the very first King of the Table, Mazur. It would be something along those lines. Just a local gun ready to make his name, whether it's a little bit heavier, but I would just have that ace up my sleeve because we all know the last King of the Table only had 3 matches. We don't want this one to have 4. 5 Sioux matches at an event is a minimum. So it's going to be amazing. But let me know who give me the predictions for both of them before we start rolling on to the next thing. So give me the predictions for both of them. Who wins out of Schoolboy Carlin? Who wins out of Ryan Carlin? And if you've got time, do you know a local puller at Larry's gym that can get the job done? Who do you think it'd be? Local puller at Larry's gym. Because it'd be too impossible and you don't want to fly someone out and not give them a match. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, yeah, Ryan, we can get you such and such to sit on the bench. And then you've just wasted $4,000, flights, accommodation, food, whatever. So Ermes Khan's jumps in and goes, what? No poll? Well, that poll's too difficult to go. So I'll just ask you guys there. I mean, with the also, do you actually like Carlin's now? It's almost become his gimmick. I haven't been training. So, do we actually believe Carlin? He did a bit of table time with Larry, and it didn't look good for him. Larry thinks Ryan's going to win. Sahale, that's the guy's name. I think we're thinking of the same guy, Swisher. Sahale. Dominic in the chat. How are you, Dominic? You superstar. Says Schoolboy, Bowen win. I'm going to lean the same as you. I think the same as you. My man, JH Pipe Fitting, getting her done. Even gives me scores. He's been a member for 6 months. Focus, camera, focus. Says Schoolboy 4-2, Bowen 4-3. Because for some reason, it moves. Like it doesn't come up on my list of chats here, your free super chat as a member. Also, I just found out that I've got to play with it now because I currently use StreamYard, but I'm thinking of moving over to Streamlabs because they've just now allowed collabs straight from Streamlabs. So I've got to check all of that out. And if it works out, my streams will be even more interactive. I will raise the game. For live streaming. So hopefully when I get back from King of the Table, then we are on. Khaled is a fighter and would probably go against Ryan with a broken arm. Probably, but is that good business from King of the Table? What else have we got? Streamlabs is great. I've been looking into one called Prism. I'll tell him to send you some info. I can just look into it. But I like the look of Streamlabs. It allows me to do more. I like how, like, if you go to some of my old streaming, my very first lives, I use OBS, and that's what Streamlabs does. So then I would have, the picture here that I was talking, like if I'm talking about the King and Tail match, I could have the picture here, not the way Streamlabs does it, and it sticks it right in front and everything, which is good. Ready Bang says Brave Star jumping back in. Love everyone's there. Just hit the like button if you quickly can. Jump out, hit the like button. Let's get it in there. 47 viewers, 27 likes. Let's quickly hit that like button, and it spreads the word. So yeah, my biggest concern on the card, as much as it hurts me to say, would be Lachlan versus Irakli. That's going to be my biggest concern. That's going to be upsetting for me. I hope Lachlan, arm wrestling gods, can the anvil just smash Irakli's head, pop his giant bicep, and bring him over to Lachlan's side of the table 4 out of the 6 times. Please, arm wrestling gods, help me out. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Actually, speaking of amazing, what you need to do, I can't find it. Damn it. Had another video. Oh, actually, is it on here? Had another video to share. No, can't find it. That's all right. I'll sort it out. Performance enhancing pancake says ready. Bang, you superstar. Adair, the cyborg, will win. No, Dennis Plenkoff is the cyborg. JWAW says shadow banned. Who's shadow banned? I don't get it. No one wants to be shadow banned. Who's shadow banned? Ready, bang, says Dan John, you dead set legend, one of my Patreon bangers. You think Lachlan would go Matt Mar? Oh, well, I don't. Lachlan is a passionate dude. He is a passionate dude. So I don't think anyone goes full Matt Mask, but he'll be up and about. If he gets a pin, he'll be very intense. But Lachlan does it with a bit of loves a good death stare, loves a good laser beam, shoot you through the soul type thing. You know, and the laser just goes bang. So that'll be interesting. I hope. I'd like to know how much Irakli's weighing. Lachlan weighs around that 113, 114 kilos. I'd like to know how much Irakli's weighing for the match. But yeah, that's my big concern. Of course, I'm going to go for Lachlan. Of course I am. He's my friend. 2, he's Australian. So of course I'm going to go for him. But the arm wrestling side of me is like, come on now. Thank you to the outpour. Thank you to you, and thank you to everyone. When the announcement came for King of the Table, my phone blew up. I reckon it was like 90 to 10 positive engagement. It was awesome. So I really do appreciate it. Getting video calls from a lot of people as well, which was amazing. And people just saying, congratulations. You know, we know, you really wanted to give it a go. Good luck and all the best, which was mind-blowing. You know, people sharing it, making posts on their own channels or their own Instagram, or sharing it themselves. I was genuinely blown away by how many of you were like, this is amazing. This is so good. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I do enjoy it. Can't wait to get over there. We're going to rock and roll, and we're going to dominate. We're going to dominate together. It'll be so good when I get there. Did anyone see Devon? Did you guys see Devon over in Germany? Devon was over there pulling anyone and everyone, because that's what Devon does. So I've seen some like practice pull videos and things like that. He pulled Jordan Zonev, which was pretty cool. He's a stud. But when you're on the practice table, especially when you're on the practice table with Devon, he gives you everything that you want and then tries to hold you. So who else? Oh, he pulled Leonidas. There's people that are in shape, and then there's people that are in Leonidas shape. He is a unit. So Yeah, so Devon's like pinning people, but Devon doesn't care if you pin him in training. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it's good to see. It's good to see Devon like strong and pulling on the right arm, but we don't know if it's fully healed because Devon doesn't have the patience. He doesn't have the patience to let his body heal because he just loves arm wrestling that much, and he's the people's champ. You know, 500 there, 500,000 subscribers. What a stud. 500,000 subscribers. That is so good. And he will get to 1,000,000. I mean, he's just so world renowned and so loved. And you can just see at the seminars that he does. It was just unreal. So I can't wait for the Pinamall release. That'll be good. Stevie Diamond saying, what's going on? Yeah, big dude. Devon is shredded. He's also got a six-pack, says Clouds Fire. Yeah. So it's very, very, very. I love seeing him do that. The left hand, I don't take too much in the left hand because I think, you know, I've seen Devon compete once in like 10 years on the left hand, and that was Bortolato at WAL. So if people pin him left hand, like that's good. But does Devon really train? Does Devon really train left-handed? We don't know. He, you know, it's world renowned. He calls it the party arm. He has a bit of a play around. He has a bit of a laugh, and you're just like, oh well, you just never. Do you really? So, I quite enjoy that. Excuse me, I just need a bit of water. Yeah, gets on the table, and of course, and we don't know when he's having all of these practice pulls. There might not be the first person on the table. He's probably pulled 6,000 people beforehand. His arm probably feels like wet spaghetti because it's funny. You see the photos and it's like, oh, I got to pull with Devon, and they're dry as a bone, and Devon is just like saturated, absolutely saturated. And it's like, oh well, okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you get a pin on Devon, then good on you. I would love for Devon to have some left-handed matches if he's not wanting to. Oh, and of course, Devon lost to Dennis on the left arm. Yeah, exactly. So twice in however many years. But yeah, so then from that point of view, I would love some exhibition matches of Devon pulling left arm. So if you've got a card, you know, that might cost you a lot of money, you know, because to get Devon over, I could not imagine would be cheap for Devon to pull, and rightly so, because you know you're going to make a lot of money in pay-per-view buys. You know you're going to get a lot of money in ticket sales, and he'll constantly talk about your promotion and his upcoming match with 500,000 subscribers. So it can be worth it there. It definitely can be worth it there. It can, of course it can. But yeah, I would love, like, even if this king of the table, he had a left arm matchup with someone, a rematch with Bortolato. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah. Alpha Kangle says also Jordan is ranked top 10 on the left arm. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's interesting, but that's the way Devon would be awesome. I could see Devon having a left arm match at We the North, so he wouldn't have to travel. Absolutely. And then, of course, the pay-per-view sales for that skyrocket, and hopefully it's not on Zoom and pre-recorded. But yes, what other left-handed matches, you guys? What other left-handed matches would you love to see with Devon? Because, and also with that, Devon having left-handed matches, he can also make stars. So obviously he probably wouldn't, well, I don't know how good the top 10, top 20 are. I don't know how good the top 10, top 20 are on the left arm. But if Devon pulls, from 20 to 30 and has a match, well, then he can create more stars. And we need left-handed matches. You know why? Because if you're a promoter out there, it doubles your business. I know a lot of people don't care about the left arm, but a lot of people didn't care about arm wrestling either. And now a whole heap of us are all over it. So you need to get left-handed matches. So Neil's in there, probably having a shower. I'm just every time you comment, Neil, I'm just assuming you had a shower. Great show with Engen and John. What I do like, Neil, is I kept laughing because like Engen would talk, he would talk, and then you or John would say 6 words to reply, and then Engen would interrupt, and then continue to say, let me finish. And I'd be like, that's hilarious. But I love the passion the three of you were having, talking about it all. When you're setting off to Dubai, Jake, make sure you give yourself plenty of time, son. You don't have the best luck with travel based on the UK trip. Have a good show, mate. Thank you very much, Neil. Neil's not one for public praising, but Neil was one of the people that video called me to say congratulations and have a chat. So, yeah, set off Thursday morning, my time. I am going to run the gauntlet and check another bag in because I want to put my very nice clothing in there. I'm going to dress up for King of the Table, and put some equipment in there. And because it's a direct 14-hour flight, fingers crossed everything goes okay. So, but really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Devon versus Ryan Espy on the left arm. Interesting. And doesn't have to travel. So that'd be good for a local promoter. Would it be fair if he went left with Devon soonish? Dennis looks pretty strong. So you just never know. Devon versus Sandras left-handed. There we go. Jaden thinks a rematch with Wagner or Corey, or have a match with Corey. So that is interesting. Yes, King Idol, 14 hours is a lot quicker than 49 to get there. There's no delays. There's no delays, no connecting flights. It's straight there, straight back. And then I arrive on Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler's birthday. And boy, oh boy, have I got a fun day planned with her. So be plenty of coffee, plenty of sleep, and then plenty of coffee in there. Yeah, knew you'd be in the shower, Neil. Literally just about to go in the shower now, mate. I'm knackered. Did the Arnold's UK today. That would have been good. And cracked out the fix. That was a good show. Good show. Engen and John. If you haven't watched it, just plonk yourself down for 90 minutes and you just listen to them three. Go at it. It was awesome. It was a really good show. Enjoy your shower, Neil. Enjoy your nap. And I'll speak to you soon, big fella. So we might get back to the Devon match. Did any of you guys see speaking of left-handed matches, did any of you guys see the changes to East versus West? I was a bit surprised. I don't know what had happened. I got very confused. I was always under the assumption that Ermes Gasparini was pulling Morozov, but then I was reminded by a few people that Ermes had a little bit of an injury and pulled out of that match. But that match is back on because Tobias Sperong is injured. Damn. Tobias Sperong is injured. That's no good. So with him out, we've got that. But then Morozov is pulling Kalinichenko, the monkey man. You saw Kalinichenko come on the show a while back, which was awesome. He was the guy in the monkey suit at the last East versus West. The last time I've seen him pull was he won, crushed it at top 8. he was one of the rankings matches for top 8 at the Levan Dave Chafee event. So Kalinachenko is a stud. Enet live in the chat. How are you, buddy? Hope all is going well. So, I love my polls. So if I go create poll, hit the like button while I do a poll. Who wins? Left-handed. Ermes or Morozov? On the left, Morozov. Who wins? Who wins that one? Drezinov pulling Kalinachenko. I know Kalinachenko's got a match, and that's all I was excited about. I hadn't had a chance to watch all of Engen's live stream, but as long as Kalinachenko's on the card, I'm very happy. The guy is in phenomenal shape. I mean, I guess if you want to be the best in the world, you need to get yourself, like in any sport, in peak physical condition, and that's just what you got to do. But the Ermes and Morozov left-handed, I think Morozov wins. I think Morozov wins that one. Morozov at the moment, and I'll, very lucky enough to get a front row seat when he pulls David Dudakhan at King of the Table. That left-handed banger. That'll be good. I think Morozov wins. Hopefully, it's not too much of a weight difference, and hopefully, I just hope for this card of King of the Table that every single match is a silver bullet. Which will be good. Enet Live says, do we get to hear a ready bang when you're on the microphone? When I'm over there, you cannot hire the Aussie arm wrestler and not get a ready bang. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You will get them. I don't think you'll get them all the time. Like, it won't happen every single round. And the ready bangs just come naturally. A lot of the things I do is improvisation. It's just all natural. So, yeah. So when a ready bang comes, it's not forced. I just want him to just go at it. Keithy Thomas with a super chat. Thank you very much, Keith. You're dead set legend. He says, good evening, Jake. Looking forward to October. Mate, that is in like 5 days. So it's Monday here in Australia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days till King of the Table here in Australia. 5 bloody days. And I'm pumped. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. Swisher Sweet says, make sure you have Dudakhan's pronounced correctly. I think you may have it wrong. So what I'm going to do, Swisher, is I'm going to speak to it. Of course, I'm going to speak to every athlete. I just want to get a photo with them and say g'day. But I want to double check. I'm taking this very professionally. So I want to double check 2 things. One, nicknames. If they've got a nickname, ready, if they have a nickname. If not, you get one from me. And 2, if I'm pronouncing, does David want to pronounce David? David. You know what I mean? You hear it all the time. Larratt, Larratt. So I will be checking all of them. And I'll also be checking if there's things that they don't want said about them as I bring them up. Not like 100 things, but, some people might not want particular words mentioned or particular phrases. I also am going to have a chat with Core Sports. I don't think it'll be a problem. But, of course, if we do a pre-show or I'm talking about the athletes in general, this is from my pro wrestling days, do they want other promotions brought up? Oh, mate, I've got it all. So I could sit there and say, Dave needs to bounce back from his East versus West match with Morozov. Do I say that? Or it's like, we know that Dave's last super match didn't go his way. So yeah. What else have we got? Angelo likes Ermes because he's his fellow Italian paisan, but Morozov looks super strong. Arm wrestling rankings in the chat. Ready, bang. He's come in there. Sounds like you're going to be the most professional arm wrestler announcer that arm wrestling has ever seen. You just want to get it right. For me, it's just more the respect to the athletes. You don't want your name pronounced wrong on a big stage. These athletes have worked very hard to get these big super matches and things like that. And I just feel it's a little disrespectful because I would hate it if they got my name wrong with anything. When they were, me and my wife have basically generic names like Jake Ward, Jess Ward. Even Jess's maiden name was Brown. So you just want to get it right playing basketball. And it's very cringy if you get the athlete's name wrong. I mean, I've watched plenty of sport. And you notice it straight away. I mean, Don Underwood called him Irakli Saganishvili. Now, and because the way we are as society, we kind of focus on, well, the what's it called? Yeah, that happens, so that Don will be remembered for saying it wrong. It's funny you mentioned this. You say Jack Ward, Swisher Sweet. So, right. I'll have to show you it. So when I started my 1,500 kilometer run, my wife was with me. She got on, and we were on the news. And for some reason, they called me Jake Ryan. And that nickname stuck with me for my last 2 years playing footy with the boys because they all watched the news and saw that I was on there for the big charity run. But for some reason, they called me Jake Ryan. I'll have to remember to get a screenshot of it and put it on Maximum Bang Monday. It's another one of these. Your arm wrestling nickname should be called Jake Psych Ward. Well, that's what I wanted Zadie's middle name to be. But here in Australia, the number one psych ward for the most criminally insane people is actually called J Ward. So there you go. Wingardium Leviosa. I do like that one. But you can top Derek and Ray talking about Matt doing unspeakable things to Prudnik. Probably the pinnacle of our sport. I do like it. I do like it. Everyone, that's right. No one wants Jermaine Boone going to them. Are the hip issues a legacy of those massive runs? Look, it didn't help. Genetically, my hips aren't good. I've got arthritis, another genetic thing passed down. Just never really looked after my body. Played so much sport. And then after the runs, went back to training a couple of weeks later. And when you play AFL footy, you're constantly rotating at the hips to kick the ball. Constantly rotating at the hips. So, yeah, that's just the way it is. Another thing I actually feel really bad for. Some big things are coming up, right? IFA World Championships are in France. I believe they're this weekend. Same weekend as King of the Table, I believe. But if you're not competing there, do you care? Do you actually care about, I know the purists, I know I care. And if I can, I'll have one eye on it during my whole weekend in Dubai. But do a lot of general fans care about IFA World Champions. Like when they announce their IFA World Champions, will you sit there and go, oh my God, how amazing is that? How amazing is that? So Stevie Diamond says, not really. Yeah, so that's... I'm going to get back to IFAs, but I've got a side story. Jake, are you allowed to swear? So it's funny you mentioned this, performance enhancing pancakes. So as obviously you've been watching a lot of Instagram and been a part of the channel from the early days. So it's very, very interesting, guys. So on my very, very early podcast, I'm like, fuck this and fuck you and you know, F-bombs here and shit this and dickhead that. And I was going absolutely nuts about it. And I get away with it on Instagram because that's just about more funny and things like that. So what had happened very early days, I got a message from the guy that used to do the matchmaking in WAL and says, hey, Steve Kaplan, who runs WAL, says he wants your email address. And I was like, damn it, because I did a lot of WAL matches early on my Instagram. And my very first 4 or 5 podcasts, I'm like, fuck you, Ron Bowen, just a picture, fuck off, blah, blah, blah. So then I remember telling Jess, I said, oh, it was a good run. I'll just go back to training and whatnot. You know, WAL's about to send me a cease and desist email. You know, that sucked. And Steve Catlin was telling me how much he enjoyed my videos. It was like, they're funny. They're hilarious. So then I was like, hey, man, would really love to work for WAL, you know, in the future. It's a dream of mine to sit in the chair, call the action for you guys. It'd be amazing. And then this changed a lot for the channel, especially on YouTube. Changed a lot because then he said, Steve went, yep, mate, but, you know, we might have to do an After Dark special for your kind of format. And then I was like, damn, 1, I don't swear that much when I talk. And 2, I was like, no way. I am going to show you, Steve, that I'm not a one-trick pony, that I can run podcasts, I can do commentary, I can be funny, I can be clever, but also be very professional without swearing. So, and then it changed. So there we go. So going back, so just a story that probably took way longer than what I should have. Isn't Devon going to Paris? Well, if Devon's at IFA Worlds, then more people will be interested in it. King Hoddle's not interested in it. Clouds Fire says, unless there's a name on it. There you go. So is IFA becoming like the amateur world champions? They're not amateur. A lot of them are pro pullers. They're not amateurs, but it's like, yeah, very, very, very interesting. Ready Bang from Honolulu. My man Albert Petralos just saying, yo, Jake. Yep, I'm not even going to try, but that's a town in Wales. That is a town in Wales. I won't be. Leinfair Pugwingo. Can you phonetically spell it out to us, Keith? Can you phonetically do that? Look, Leinfair Pugwingo. Hey, Jake, are you throwing a few ready bangs while commentating King of the Five? Yeah, they got asked earlier. You better bloody believe it. There'll be some ready bangs in there. There won't be as many as you think, but they're going to come in. So basically what I feel my role is exactly what ready bang is. Explosive, hard hitting. So that's the way I'm going to approach King of the Table. I'm going to feed the other commentators. I'm going to feed them, and I feed them very well. That's not a problem. I'm going to feed them what to say, feed them the angle that we want to go for. But when we're talking about technical abilities and things like that, I will take a step back from that, and I'm going to let my the other people in the booth do that, but I'll feed them. So then when I come in, it's hard hitting, knockout blows, and then I'll, raise it, and then we'll bring it back down. Technical aspects, what we're going to do next round, and then I come in, ready, bang, huge hit, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Checking in and showing support. Ready, bang, says Todd and Oleg's love child. Thank you very much for the support. Really, 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 really appreciate it, mate. Every super chat always helps. It is always helps. Thank you very much for that. I really hope that IFA Worlds explodes. I really hope that IFA. How much do you need to work in the phrase Adam Silver's bald head in your commentary? Well, if he finds his way on camera, I'll squeeze it in there. I'll squeeze it in there. Your lack of profanity is one of your appealing traits. It does seem more professional in my opinion, but I guess it depends on how one is raised. So, yeah, so early on, it was like my standout from the rest of the pack. You would listen, because I remember doing one video. I can't remember who it was for. And they messaged me and they're like, oh, if I give you $5, can you do this? Can you commentate my match? And I was like, yeah, no worries. And in 45 seconds, I reckon I dropped the F-bomb 13 times. Now, back then, that was my point of difference. I'm always looking to evolve my channel. That was my point of difference. Now, yes, I do think on a professional stage, if that's what you're going for, yes, you don't swear. You don't swear. If you're having banter with your mates and things like that, that's not a problem. But you'll very rarely see me swear when I'm having an interview with a guest. Things are a bit more loose and laid back on Maximum Bang Monday, so I might throw a few chimes out there. But no, I will not be swearing on King of the Table. Not at all. Core Sports probably don't want it. Don doesn't want it. I don't want it. So, yeah. But then the evolution, because I used to drink on every show. Have a beer. I was like, well, if this thing goes nowhere, at least I had a beer with every guest. I had a beer with Jeff Hale, and I had a beer with Tom Holland, and I had a beer with this guy and this guy. And then suddenly, Beer Man came and other people having a drink on their show. So I was like, right, I will be the guy that doesn't drink on his show. And now I never drink on my show. One, because I don't want a beer at 10 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, and once again, now that I really want to be a lead commentator, I want my name thrown in the action. Well, I don't drink during my shows, even when a guest comes on. It was like, and always the Aussie Armwrestler will have a beer with you, and people would get excited to that. But then now I'm like, well, if I want to be mentioned in the discussion, we should get Aussie Armwrestler to commentate. Well, the beers are gone. They're gone, and I don't want them anymore. What else? What else have we got? IFA tested. I know they randomly test people, but they don't test everyone. And why do I say that? Is because IFA tested. I know they randomly tested, but yeah, I won't mention names. Someone won one of those, and yeah. Anyway, Mr. McPhee has jumped in and says, "Ready, bang, Aussie. Sorry, I'm late, mate." Mr. McPhee, first of all, wicked picture of a dog. I hope it's yours. 2, you don't have to apologize, mate. When people come in, and if you're watching the show, then you're watching the show. I mean, Marcus is hungover. Might have got some drunk text messages from Marcus. Ripper dude. How you feeling, big fella? How are you feeling? Armgods.com, guys. Armgods.com. I'm telling you now, I'm going to go the early crow. You know I love going the early crow. Armgods.com will be number 5. You got Monster Factory, East versus West, Arm Wars, King of the Table, Arm Gods will be number 5. So if you can, guys, go to armgods.com, www.armgods.com, and all you have to do is put in your email address. Go over there and do that. Go over there and do that. Hey, Jake, who else is commentating with you? I can't say Alex Zarate because they haven't announced them. I don't think they've announced them. I haven't seen any pictures or anything. So I can't say. That's not mine to do it. Yeah, Lucha, imagine if Neil commentating WAL swearing. Yeah, looks bad, looks terrible. Would have been hilarious. G'day, legends, says Kangaroo Jack. I made it, says Devon's forearm. Ready, late. It's all right if you're late, guys. The UK and Irish team on the boat tomorrow for IFA with Paul Maiden leading the boys and girls. Yeah. When does IFA start? It is on the weekend. Mate, it was... Sorry about the drunk text, 6 a.m. drinking. No, it's... mate, it's fine. It was fine. I did when I was getting them. And I was like, oh, this is it. We don't usually talk at this time. So then I go to my world clock and I was like, whoa, the big fella's having a big one. He's having a big one. I was like, that was hilarious. But thank you, Devon. Devon's forearm. Go to there. Chuck in your email address. So that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. But yeah, I really hope, like, there are some good pullers going to IFA. But yeah, it's funny, like, everyone's dying for a world championships. We're getting a world championships and no one cares because, yeah, IFA must be, I think it must be randomly tested. And obviously people in the top 20 can't do it. People in the top 20 can't do it. So, but that is okay. Hey, actually, guys, while I've got more people in the chat, Marcus, I played the intro video. So this is what Marcus made me, guys. I'm going to play the intro again. It goes for about 35 seconds. But tell me what you think of it. I'm going to use it on some shows. What do you guys think of that? So Marcus made that. I'm not on Spotify or podcasts. I'm not on Spotify or podcasts, but I'm thinking of just putting it all on there. But what do you guys think of that? What did you guys think of that little entrance? Let me know. I will be including it on some shows. That's for sure. I do like a very good friend of mine here. He's a DJ and he made, that rock one that I've been always using, and I use it on the end of some videos. He personally made that because he's a DJ Orgy, George Roteriu. He's a superstar. So I'll always have that. But I don't know, it's nice little feel, nice little podcast. Let's rock and roll. Irving Brown says, how's it going, Ozzy? So great seeing you. Thanks, Irving. Oh, man, I've been so happy for you, man. Can't wait to see you King of the Table 5. That news made me feel so happy for you, Jake. You so deserve it. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing to say. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I've had this news for about 5 weeks, I reckon. And then to get for them to feel that it was good enough to make a poster for, instead of me just coming on and saying, hey, everyone, I'm going to be at King of the Table 5, for them to feel that I'm good enough, or my channel, my social media presence is good enough to get a poster, I thought that was pretty cool. pretty cool. Nice, says Alex Serrate. Who made that shit, says Marcus Thompson. You and your crew did. I do appreciate it. Bringing the funk. Top notch. Graphics good, but not too keen on the music. I don't know. I quite enjoy it. I think it's nice and relaxing. Like, I do love. See, it's different. Like, I love my rock one because it's like, right, I'm going to come in and hit you with the show. I like Uncle John's 80s power ballad. You know, when he was doing heaps of lives. You know, because see, I would have heaps, but this one's just like that would be like the visuals make it, the graphics make it good. I mean, I don't know. I like it. I like it. When are you heading to Dubai? Thursday. Thursday, I'm heading to Dubai, and we have full access to the pools and special guests. I'm going to try my ass off. That because I'm not there for a holiday. I'm not there to hang out with my mates. It's like, cool. Irakli, if you got a translator, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. I would love to do half an hour live shows with everyone. But yeah, I am going to hit it hard. I'm going to hit it hard and try and get as much content and upload it straight away. Content, upload, as much as possible. After pools, I'm going to get in there. As in film it and upload straight away. So please keep an eye on my channel. Please spread the word. I'm really hoping this is a huge growth for the channel. Because it's going to be, you know what I mean? Like, I had some awesome suspects at 100 subs. I had some awesome suspects at 1,000 subs, 5,000 subs, 8,000 subs. We're just getting more and more awesome people in the chat. Evening, Jake, or should I say morning? Thanks, Peter. The music sounds like a mix of a game show and a porn movie. Love it. Well, I do love game shows. I wanted to be a game show host when I was younger. I love trivia nights. My wife and I will watch old episodes of old game shows. I absolutely love it. And everyone's just giving their opinions. Everyone's being awesome. Do me a favor and load your camera gear on this time. I might. Absolutely. 10K after this. Well, maybe 10K for you because you're killing it. I hope so. But then again, at the start of the year, my goal was 5K. My goal was 5,000 subs, and now I'm at 8.2. But for me, I'm like what all you guys are. If you're talking to me, Kangaroo Jack, yes, it is awesome that this is my career. Thank you very much. But yeah, but 10K, what you guys are saying, McPhee and performance. For me, I'm going for depth. Like, it's amazing if you get width and you get, 20,000 subscribers or 30,000 subscribers. But I've seen a lot of those channels, and not many people watch their lives, sign up to memberships, buy their merch. What I think is better than any other channel on the planet is loyalty. So people will come in and they're constantly, okay, I've only got $2 this week. I've only got $5, or I can only watch one show this week, and you guys choose mine. It is ridiculous. So I see channels that have 20,000 subscribers, 30,000 subscribers, and maybe 40 people watching their live, or they get 1,000 views. What I want is people, if you become a subscriber, you become a suspect and you're dedicated to the channel. I'm after depth and loyalty. That's what I'm after, because there's no point because I see a lot of channels and I know that they're buying views and I know that they're buying subscribers. I'm not naming names. There's no point. I've got no problems with any other channel. the more arm wrestling channels, in my opinion, the better. Unless there are heaps that are popping up that are just blatantly stealing content. Like, I saw Devon's left arm Leonidas video pop on like 9 channels, and they just played the whole thing. So, yeah. But anyway, that's how I feel. Can Saban take over the guy everyone whacks? No, because Saban's a scary, scary guy. Am I saying that length is better than girth? That's hilarious. Monster Michael Todd took a long time. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I've got all the time in the world. As long as the suspects are backing me in and they're like, you're our guy, here's a few dollars here and there, or, you guys invite, if every single person watching now invited 5 people, said, you got to subscribe and watch his videos. This guy's awesome. You know what I mean? That's how the channel grows. If every one of you share one of my videos on your Facebooks, on your Instagram, who knows how it goes. So that's because I get maybe 5 messages a week, people apologizing that they can't contribute financially. And I'm like, you don't have to contribute financially. If you feel you want to do more, here's how you can do more. You guys in the chat going nuts. That's what I aim for, Swisher. That's what I aim for. Quality over quantity. But I'm here. I'm here for a good time. And I'm here for a long time. So that's what I mean. Of course, I would love to wake up tomorrow morning and I've got 200,000 subscribers. Of course I would. But I will never complain about the amount of subs that I've got. And I'll never complain when people unsubscribe to my channel. Because obviously, you're not loyal. Irving says, Aussie, 10K is coming, but the bigger picture is so much greater. As you grow, the amount of loyal people will as well. We know how much you care. Just one reason why people love you. Thanks, mate. Thanks. I do care about my suspects. That's where the name came from. Like, I watch other channels and they don't have names for the chat, but they do call them the suspects. And where did that come from? This channel. Once you're in the once you're in the channel, the usual suspects, there's no way out. Number 1 live show on the tubes. If everyone's live, I'm clicking on Jake. Really appreciate that, my man. Really appreciate it. And the scary thing is, this show is going to get better, more interactive. Don't worry about that. And performance, what I need from you is, I've got a challenge for you. I did a call-in show. Not sure if you caught it. And people called in. Now, I've invited you on the show before. But I will allow, and I did it on the last one, faceless call-ins. So you better call me up next time. Yep, quality over quantity, my man. And everyone's just having... Yeah, I remember the unfuckables. That was hilarious. But I'm glad we stopped that, because that was by accident and we stuck with the usual suspects. So going back, King of the Table, I'm very excited for, of course. And I don't know if it's like it's meant to be or something, but I'm like, there's a left-handed match. There's a left-handed match happening at King of the Table. And we all know how much I love left-handed matches. So that's going to be awesome. I'm really going to have a proper crack at that. Some sponsors are coming on board. We've got Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. They've just jumped on board. So now I get, and Ryan looks after me. So if you buy something, there's a link in the description. If you buy something from Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling on my affiliate link, wow, I don't even know if he makes money if you use my link. I do. Of course, I've got the Ready Bang merch out. I've got one shirt out on Teesprings and things like that. Then, Old School Labs sponsoring the channel, which is awesome. Code word BANG for 15% off. It's all happening. And I've got some ideas. I'm going to reach out to a few people. First one to answer me. I can't believe I haven't thought of this earlier. But I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea. But I don't want to say it yet until I get someone on board. Oh, dang. I have no excuses now. I guess with no post-editing, everyone will know how stupid I am. But I'll do it for you, Jake. Well, everyone sees how stupid I am. It's the best way to go about it. It is live and always unscripted. Yeah, Performance has got the fastest, Dan John. He's got the fastest growing YouTube channel. Just has that very fine line. The way he goes about it. The guy probably makes more money than me a week. But very, very happy for him. Was on it. I think I was maybe subscriber 300 or something, and I've been on it ever since. So absolutely love it. Can just make anything into a viral video, which I'm very, very happy for. Absolutely, I'm very, very happy for. But anyway, going back to, because I didn't get many names in the chat. I want you guys to start naming some people before I wrap up the show. If Khaled gets injured or has a banger with Schoolboy, who from Larry's local gym should pull Ryan? I'm very interested in that. I think Ryan leaves today. He might have already left. He's leaving. Also, what's the poll saying? It's very even. Morozov versus Ermes. Very even. After 81 votes, 52% think Ermes wins left-handed. Unbelievable. There you go. I mean, I'd love him. I'd love for Larry to pull, but I don't think Larry will pull. Larry versus Ryan 2. It's in the stars. Look, Larry might want a rematch from what happened at Over the Top, but it won't happen there. Earthquake Sergio. Who's that, Sean? Earthquake Sergio. There you go. I don't know who that is, Sean, but I do like it. I do like it. Which is good. I was going to do a poll, but I can't remember. I was going to do another poll, but I can't remember what my poll is. Oh, I've forgotten now. Damn it. I had a poll. This is the problem when you always go rogue like I do. Everything. I mean, I hold a pen, but there's no notes. I just like holding it. I just like holding it. So, Ryan beats Adam Silver. Adam Silver, but it's not a bad suggestion. Larry just pulled Eddie Hall. I did see that. I would love that if him and Coach Ray just went bang and sorted it out. I would love it if they just sat there, chalked up, squared up, and they just started lathering each other's hands and getting themselves in the strap. Absolutely would love it if we got the rematch there. He just comes and takes his jacket off and, say, because I think Coach Ray will be there, because Coach Ray just travels anywhere. If you've got an arm wrestling event and it's not too far away, Coach Ray will be there. Performs Enhancing Pancakes as well. I'm still waiting for an Aussie arm wrestler video. I mean, it won't get you any views, but I'm still waiting for that one. No, I'm only joking. But the rematch with Ryan and Coach Ray would be good. Do we have any, before we wrap up the show, give me some, will there be any giant upsets? Any giant upsets? Or do you have a king of the table conspiracy? Let me know. And let me know let me know in the comments if it's an upset or conspiracy. And by conspiracy, okay, so when I mean by conspiracy, something stupid and something fun. Like Dennis Oplenkov was so disappointed in the Schoolboy Khaled match that Dennis challenged one of them. Or Dennis challenges the winner of Dadakan and Morozov. What's your conspiracy? What's your conspiracy? Enwil says biggest upset. Lachlan wins. I think that's I think that one would be awesome. Ryan beats Khaled, says Dan John. Khaled beats Schoolboy, I think. How about Ryan and Uncle John? There's talks of that happening here in Australia. There is talks about having that here in Australia, I believe. And there we go. Ryan juices and Ray does not. Am I wrong? I believe Ray's natural, and I believe that was the agreement. But who knows? There we go. Khaled beats Schoolboy, says Angelo. Khaled beats Schoolboy. If I'm predicting, I think Schoolboy wins. I think Schoolboy wins that one easy. I think he's got a 6-0 win. Has anyone put a bet on it? Has anyone put a bet on? Has anyone? Yeah. Yeah. Has anyone put a? Because I don't. I mean, I used to be a gambler, and then we ran this punters club where we're doing arbitrary betting, and we made we made a bit of money actually from arbitrary betting. If you don't know what that is, it's using one company against another company and finding the differences so you don't lose. So so I was like, but now because there's an opportunity that I could lose, I don't bet anymore. I don't gamble anymore. Irving says, do you think Dennis is going to be there? He is going to be there, Irving. He's a special guest that's been announced. Dennis Plenkoff will be a king of the table 5. I'm so excited to meet him. He will be there. So very, very excited for it. Very excited for it to shake the big man's hand and watch him break my knuckles when I say hello. And then hopefully, of course, I'll have translators there, but I can just go, Dennis, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. I think it'll be hard early on, but when they realize I'm actually there as a part of the event, I know Dennis has shared my videos before, but I don't think he knows what I would assume knows what the Aussie arm wrestler is all about. Bloody hell. Marcus, thank you very much for humbling me, bringing me down a notch every bloody time on my own show. Always seen star quality in Jake from day one. Thanks, mate. Really do appreciate it. I really do. First impressions, I thought, feck, is that Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I have a very it's a very thick Australian accent. It's not, Marcus, you've met me in person. This is the exact same person when we're having beers. The journey for Jake and Suspect support has been magical to watch. Ready, cash. Ready, cash. Thank you very much. Marcus, really, really do appreciate that. It's very, hope everyone is loading up and on the love for Marcus Thompson, and he's a ripper dude, great guy because we're hanging out with him, got to have some beers with him, got to just have a laugh, talk some shit, not just arm wrestling. We just got to talk about life, and we just had an awesome laugh. And Marcus, you know how much I appreciate it, and you know how rude I feel when I take your comment off the screen. And everyone's just being awesome in the chat. As I scroll down there. All right. Sorry about taking it. Like everyone's saying Money Slam and the Vampire King. Everyone's being awesome. All hail the Vampire King. Marcus. Yeah. Everyone's being just awesome. Everyone. And so they should, you know. I was like, whoop. I've missed a whole heap of Dennis sleeps in Aussie arm wrestler pajamas. Well, that makes sense, but I didn't want to sound very egotistical there, mate. Kangaroo Jack says, why did Ryan agree to a sloppy seconds match? Is it just that any publicity is good publicity? Well, Kangaroo Jack, let me put it to you. If someone, like I just, this is my understanding of it. Kangaroo Jack, I've called you out. Kangaroo Jack, I think I can beat you. Right. I think I can beat you. Even I can beat you. So then a promoter calls you and says, right, do you want to have this match at our event around the corner? Flights, accommodation, food, and we'll pay you to be there on one of the big four. You take that match, don't you? And I think, in a sense, you can't take that match. Like, you cannot not take, I know it's a double negative, but you have to take that match because you can't publicly come out and say you'll beat someone and then a match has been offered and then you're like, oh, no, I was just doing it for the video. So for me, it's a smart payday. And if you think you're going to win, then it's an easy payday. It's back on Dubai. Get to hang out with the Aussie arm wrestler because I'll be there this time. So, yeah, that's just, that would be my understanding of it. It definitely is. He'll come back. I don't know if he'll come back to peak form, but Dennis Saplenkov will come back. That is for sure. 100%. There we go. If you want to support Marcus Thompson, he's in charge of Arm Gods. Great one, Devons. That's why we love you. There we go. Armgods.com. Sign up to that. You just got to put your email in there. We all want it. All righty. Just trying to all righty. What else have we got? Irving, Dennis is going to King of the Table to talk about future matches for King of the Table. That's why he's there. That's why he is there. And you can get absolutely, if you're at King of the Table, going back to the Ryan Boland thing, you get more YouTube content, and that's his job. So it just makes sense. Well, when you put it that way, he gets hang out with you. That's right. I think that, yeah, that's right. And to be fair, guys, to be fair, Ryan was the probably the number one reason. Well, obviously with what I'm able to do, but Ryan also constantly hounds promoters to hire me all the time. You've got to get him over. You got the amount of work Ryan does for me behind the scenes is second to none. He's always like, you've got to, talking to Donna, but he was talking to Donna Drees, King of the Table too. What are you doing? You've got to get Aussie Armor. Engen, you've got to get Aussie Armor. You've got to get him. 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 Watch him. Watch what he does. Look at him and over the top. You've got to get him. And whilst my name was being mentioned, like when I did over the top in front of Larry and Adam, and then Larry was impressed when he came on the show, how I handle it. You know what I mean? Sorry, I got to press the button. Yeah, that's just what I do, which is good. What else have we got? So is Khaled injured? No, he's not. I'm just saying we need a replacement in case he does get injured. Because then you don't want to lose a match on King of the Table 5. Ozzy, do you know who the other commentators are? Yes, I do, but I'm not saying because So when I do videos, because it's funny, because I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate that the arm wrestling world trusts me. So when it comes to like breaking news, like I already know about it. It's just whether I'm awake when it gets announced to make a video about it. So yeah, so all these people are like, oh, hey, just letting you know this person's injured and we're going to do this, or hey, letting you know we're going to announce this match and things like that. So a lot of people like, hey, like putting the trust in me that I won't leak it early. And then a lot of people are also saying, hey, if you want to make a video of it, start making your video now and you can release it. So I'm very, very lucky that people trust me with some of the news. But yeah. What else have we got? Yes, William, you're very late. But that's okay, mate. You still popped in and said g'day. Hope you've hit the like button and then signed up to Armwrestling Gods. Armgods.com. Over the top was a superhuman effort. 9 hours, was it? Yep, just over 9 hours. Straight. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. It runs. Dennis is coming to meet Jake. That is correct because I was announced before Dennis was. So then I reckon Dennis just rang up and went, we're on. What? Oh, geez, I've missed them all. Jake, has presidential film mentioned it'd have to be over the top two because we only had one. But no, not yet. I'm going to catch up with him in November at Nationals. Going to catch up with him. What's the changes? I have just joined, Georgie. So Tobias Sperong is injured. So he's pulling out of East versus West. And we're officially going to get Morozov versus Ermes for the left arm world title. That's the main change. If you saw my interview with Kalinichenko a while ago, he will be now pulling at East versus West as well. Michael Workspace jumps in, says, happy to hear you're going to be commentating. Well deserved. Hard work pays off. Thank you very much, mate. Really, really appreciate it. See you later, Keithy. That's what we want to hear. Just subscribe to the notification system. It's just entering your emails. Get in there. Well, we're going to grip up. I don't know if you'll be able to take me on the left arm, Tasman, or not, but we'll grip up. I need to feel what Denis Zaplenkov feels like. Like, I'll know it when he breaks my right hand. So you'll probably see him in the bandage at King of the Table because I would have just met Denis and he'll crush it. But it's going to be awesome. So just so you know, I'm going to do 2 more live shows before I jump on a plane. Just jumped in. I never clickbait. We spoke about Devon. I was speaking about Devon when he was in Germany. A lot of people writing him off. So we went through all the Germany things. He pulled Sonev. He pulled everyone. And we saw him with Leonidas. And, we were talking about a lot. And then hopefully get him on for left-handed matches in the future if his right's not ready. So we were talking about his Germany trip. But no. No. And not into clickbaiting. I've tried it once or twice, and I didn't like it. I'm just like, if you want to come watch my show or watch my video. If you don't, that's cool as well. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much, you dead set legend. Thank you very much. And shout out to Josh's mother-in-law. My mother-in-law will be excited that you are commentating, Jake. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. I'm very excited. I am very excited as well. That's all right, Jared. That's all right. Sorry I'm late. It's NFL football day. That's right. It's all started. That's your sport, and I love it. Dennis versus Jake for the 3rd place. He's got to pay for it. This is my retirement package. 100K. 100K if you want a shot at it. If you want a shot at the title, 100K. And then I'll beat Dennis. And then we go from there. But a couple more questions, and then we will wrap it up. What else have we got? It's a 14-hour trip. 14-hour trip. Irving. Literally, Devon, this is an interesting comment. Literally everything on YouTube is clickbait. Also, it's not clickbait, it's marketing. Like, your thumbnails are marketing. So what people have got to understand is not everything's clickbait. So if you have discussed in detail what your video is about, then you know what I mean? Then that's not clickbait. But you also have to advertise your channel. Like, if there's 1,000 arm wrestling channels, I want you to watch my channel. So I have to do that with a very attractive thumbnail. Like when sauces have labels for their sauce. They're not just going to have a plain label that says sauce. This is the best tasting sauce in the Southwest. Oh, really? Okay. It's like that moment in Alf where he goes past that terrible diner, but it says the world's best cup of coffee. And he runs in, he's like, congratulations, you did it. World's best cup of coffee. That's your advertising. I need people to invest in this product. So yeah, it's people just throw out clickbait like there's no tomorrow. Imagine gripping up with the cyborg though. I can't wait to do that. Smash the like, legends. That's right, you dead set legends. Josh, where is your mother-in-law from? Mother-in-law walks in on the chat and says, "Oh, I love his voice." Thank you very much. Josh, what's your mother-in-law's name? I want to say thank you to her. Z's Guitar, will you have a co-commentator with you? Yeah, so it was funny. When I was first initially approached, it was to do the MC, announce them all in, and then maybe commentate Ryan's match because, you know, I'm an Aussie. So they wanted me to bring a little bit difference to that one. But then they just announced me as commentator. So I was like, bang, we're on. So don't know the finer details, but there will be co-commentators with me. Correct. Jared, absolutely correct with that comment. What else have we got? But the thing is, performance, I think you follow up on your videos. So I don't think yeah. First event in January, Arm Gods, going to be amazing. I'm going to get my way over there. No, okay. I just heard Zadie crying, so I was just going to make sure everything is okay. Hellboys at IFA? Absolutely. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. McPhee. Thank you very much for your super chat. Do not lose your camera gear on the way to King of the Table 5. I got my camera here. Got my camera right here. Got to start packing my bag very soon. Wrap up Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestlers birthday presents, the ones that have arrived. I've got to wrap them up because it'll be a birthday when I land it. But thank you very much. Mr. McPhee, for your super chat. There we go. JR, is there going to be another call-in Tuesday this week? No. So I won't have time this week. I'm glad everyone jumped on board and really really enjoyed it because we had so this week I've only got time for Maximum Bag Monday and then Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestle will be on Tuesday making her predictions for King of the Table. So and then then I fly out. So, but when I get back, I'm going to do the call-in show again. So I expect to see you there, my man. Did I miss what your mother-in-law's name was, Josh? No, but you guys are from Michigan. We're in Michigan. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, everyone's talking about clickbait and things like that, which is good. Yeah, thanks heaps, mate. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, mate. Really do appreciate it. Laurie, yeah, that's how you say it, Laurie. Hello, Laurie. Thank you for listening and one of the rare people that enjoy my voice. I think it's quite annoying. Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler loves my voice, so that's very good. But hello, Laurie, you dead set legend. Hope you're going well, and your son-in-law is a douchebag, Joshy. No, Josh is awesome. Josh is awesome. Always tunes in for the shows. What else have we got? Have I got it? Yes, I'll have it bent to myself in Dubai. It'll be amazing. And Marcus is just telling everyone I will be the commentator for Gods. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I love your voice, Jake, which ironically, performance, I love your voice. Hence why, and so do a lot of people, hence why we watch all your videos, which is good. First the anniversary and now the birthday. Well, it's funny you mention this, Swisher, because I was going to stay longer in Dubai, but we had to work out a deal with Core Sports, and it cost a little bit more money because I had to be home for Jess's birthday. Because the anniversary wasn't our wedding anniversary; it was our dating anniversary, and so then Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler, just being the genuine superstar that she is, she was like, nah, go. It's fine. It's fine. And if I said I was missing her birthday, she's so awesome. She'd go, that's fine. That's fine as well. But I wanted to be back because it's the first birthday with Zadie. So, yeah, I'll make sure that, January 12th that I'm here in Australia because it's our first wedding anniversary with Zadie. I won't be going anywhere on Mother's Day here in Australia, which is the second Sunday of May, anywhere because it'll be Jess's first Mother's Day with Zadie, and Christmas, of course, is my favourites. Who owns Arm Gods? There's your answer. Paul Maiden and Marcus Thompson. Right, we've been going for an hour and a half. Maximum Bang Monday is on tomorrow. Predictions with Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler the next day. 2 more live shows before I fly across the world again. Hopefully it's a much smoother trip this time. Although a part of me enjoyed things turned to shit because it was just awesome how the community, I couldn't believe it, just really banded together and were just buying me a whole heap of, they're buying me clothes and food and just ensuring everything was okay. So it was unreal. So what you got to do, you Dead Set Legends, if you get a chance, all the links that are in my description, go check them out. Do what you can. And then if you get bored, just in the background, play a whole heap of my videos. Let's feed me back into the algorithm because of you guys, fingers crossed next weekend, we welcome so many people to the Suspects team. So let's get it. Let's build this together because this is our channel. This isn't my channel. This is our channel. And I want to bring all you loyal mothers with me. Absolutely love it. Guys, you take care. Remember, the Aussie Arm Wrestler loves you, and the day is much better if you're smiling. Absolutely. Go out and help someone today or tomorrow. Just help them, whether it's a message saying you're a superstar, ring your family, ring your friends, someone you haven't spoken to in a while, someone you speak to all the time. Send them a funny meme. Do something for someone else, and it will come back in droves. I love each and every one of you. You guys take care. I'm the Aussie Arm Wrestler, king of the table. 5 mother fluffin' days away. I'll see you guys soon. Ready, bang!